Have you ever thought innocence is not needed in 21st century? Have you ever thought kindness and compassion and innocence all are supposed to be misused by people? So it is better not to have all these qualities. Little bit of cunningness and little bit of street smartness is what is required in this world. Today's story is going to change your entire perspective. If not to change, at least it is going to give you a new perspective, new dimension. This story happened 140-50 years ago, 180 years ago to be precise, in India, in Bengal. A lady named Sharada, you might have heard Sarada Devi, a white color sari wearing, simple, smiling, peaceful person. You might have found her photo in your kitchen also. Many of Indians used to keep her photo in kitchen. In Tamil Nadu, I have found already in many houses. Even if you don't know her, definitely you will know her husband's name. His name is Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. If you have heard of his name, please type yes in the comment box. I want to know how many of you know her name or his name, her husband's. If you don't know both of the name, no problem. I will tell you one more name you will definitely know. Both of their student, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa student, his name is Swami Vivekananda. So I am damn sure you will know Swami Vivekananda. So Swami Vivekananda's guru is Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's wife's name is Sharada. And this Sarada Devi, in her life, something beautiful happened, and that is what we are going to explore today. When Sarada Devi was 17-year-old, she came to know that her husband in Dakshineshwar, who is a temple pujari, illiterate temple pujari, is sick. And when she came to know that her husband is sick, she couldn't be in her home. So she thought of packing all food and go and serve him, meet him. And she packed all the luggage and she started traveling. And only when she started traveling, she understood that she don't know the way properly, and she got lost in the forest which she was supposed to cross to reach Dakshineshwar. The problem with the forest is, in that forest there lived a person who was a very bad guy, and this guy used to rape all the women, those who travel, and also kill them and snatch all the gold in their body. And this is what he was doing as a job. And he was such a cruel man. His own wife and daughter literally stopped talking to him because he was so cruel, and he was not even having basic common sense or basic compassion. This guy was waiting for an opportunity to rape somebody and steal all their money. And that is when he noticed such a beautiful woman in her 17 is walking towards the same path where he was hiding in the tree. And this is how he used to do. He used to just jump in front of the travelers, and he will scare them, and once they were psychologically in fear, then he will control them, and then he will rape them and kill them and take away all the wealth. Sarada Devi was 17-year-old, and many people used to worship Sarada Devi because Sarada Devi was wife of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. And this story will tell you that Sarada Devi was a born Mahatma, and she was born spiritual person. So Sarada Devi was walking below the tree, and this guy was so happy to do his thing, and he jumped from nowhere and stood in front of this young girl. Normally what happens, everybody will get scared, they will shout, they will scream, they will cry, they will faint, they will run away. But when this guy from nowhere, from the tree, jumped in front, he jumped thud, Sarada Devi was feeling so comfortable. Sarada Devi was so happy. Sarada Devi said, my dear father, thank you so much for coming. Father is a kind of a respectful tone how we call elders. Like we call brother, sister. Likewise, she was calling him Dada, father. And she was telling, Father, thank you so much for coming. I was lost in the forest. My husband is sick. I want to go and meet my husband, serve my husband. But I don't know how to go to Dakshineshwar. Please help me, father. See, for a normal person, this statement may look very simple. Yeah, she's calling father. What's the matter here? But you need to see it closely. When a 17-year-old girl is walking alone in the forest, she's not afraid. Fearlessness is something which is not easily available in the market. Number two, and even when she's not afraid, when there is no situation, when suddenly somebody jumps in front from nowhere, you are supposed to get afraid, because when something happens unexpectedly, you are supposed to get scared, because the fear is there for all uncertain things. But Sarada Devi was not even afraid then. Why? Because she is so comfortable in herself. There is so much of deep spiritual happiness in her, where she is not afraid of anything. And that too, when he jumped in front, and by seeing his face, anybody can tell that he is not with a good intention. But Sarada Devi couldn't see any bad intention. I still remember one of my teacher told this, if you are having anger, only then you can recognize angry people. Hey, that guy is very short-tempered, right? And if you tell this statement, that means you are short-tempered. Hey, that guy is very much jealousy on. If you want to recognize something, then you should have it. And if you don't have a quality, you can't recognize that quality outside you. And Sharada Devi never had any bad intention in her. Therefore, she couldn't recognize anybody with bad intent. How beautiful, right? And this guy was confused. To be frank, he was like, shock treatment. When people used to meet Michael Jackson, people used to, vibrate. People used to shock, shout. They used to always keep, ambulance nearby because people faint, people howl, and people go crazy. You know why all these things happen? When you meet somebody whom you project, somebody whom you see with so much of energy, somebody whom you see with so much of spiritual strength, then you can't handle the high energy. And when you can't handle high energy, your body can't be in the same state. Your body will vibrate, your tears will flow, you will go crazy. And exactly that is what happened to that man. See, his own daughter stopped talking to him, his own wife stopped talking to him, and he was never changing his attitude. He was doing the same. He was raping people, he was killing people. But first time, when he was supposed to scare a girl, jumped in front of her, that girl called him Dada, my dear father, thank God you came. And when he heard this statement from this young girl, he could literally see through her eyes that this girl means what she said. This girl is believing me more than my daughter. This girl is trusting. This girl is calling me dad, not to impress me, but she is really valuing me like her own father. And that is when this bad guy felt as if there is a current wire passing on through his body. Current is passing through his body. He literally collapsed. He fell at her feet and he started crying. He broke down. He started crying. Sharada Devi couldn't understand. The good people can't understand bad people and their end. Sharada Devi asked, my dear father, what happened? Why are you crying? The man told, nothing ma, nothing. Come, I'll help you. I'll take you to your husband. Please come. And you know what? He didn't take her to Dakshineshwar. He took her to his own house. And there was his wife and daughter waiting there, thinking that this guy is again going to disturb somebody's life and come back home with so much of papa in his hand. But this guy came a different personality. This guy was having a deep peace in his face, and this guy was crying. And wife and daughter could see that this guy is not the guy who lived till yesterday. This guy is a new guy. And both of them could see that guy got a new birth. And they were so happy to see their father in such a way, but they had no clue what exactly happened, how my father was looking different today. And that is when they noticed a young girl coming along with him. They couldn't believe their own eyes, and both of them entered inside the house. And father, after seeing daughter, broke down again. He could remember all the bad deeds he did, and he could see that he was not being a good father for his daughter, and he never listened to his daughter. And he again broke down and fell at her feet also and started crying, my dear daughter, sorry. See, you may get this question, how can somebody change in one moment? How can transformation happen? Fatafat. Yes, transformation happens. One of my teacher answered this question. Somebody who did so many years of bad deeds, will it take so many years to become a good person? And my teacher smiled and told, as a counter question, my teacher asked, imagine there is a room filled with 100 years of darkness. So if you take a lamp and diya, dibam, and if you enter into that room, do you think 100 years it will take to light up that room? Obviously no, right? If it is 100 years or 1000 years of darkness, the moment when you take the lamp inside, the room will become bright. So how many bad deeds you did in your life, how many times you are a bad person in your life, how many times you didn't listen to your own inner voice, that doesn't matter. Change happens in a second, and you need to wait. You need to trust it in the first place. And I'm not saying as a philosopher, I'm not saying that it happened in my life and I am a new person, but in many dimensions, yes. Many bad things, yes. And still I have many bad things which I am overcoming, and still I have the hope that this story gave me, that even I will have a day where in no time my life also will change. And I want you all to also believe in you, that your life also can transform in no time and in 1 second. Same like that guy's life, how Sharada Devi's interference changed his whole life upside down. Your life also will change. Getting back to the story, this guy started crying, falling at the feet of his daughter. Daughter was so surprised. Daughter looked into father, and daughter started telling, Appa, what happened? Dada, what happened? Father, what happened? The girl who stopped talking to father started caring father, started talking to father. By seeing that the daughter is talking, the man again broke down more heavily and again started crying with more loud cry. And everybody understood that this girl has done some magic. And mother came near the girl and asked, my dear, I don't don't know who you are, I don't know why you came, but thank you so much for giving my husband back, making my husband a new person. Sharada Devi just smiled, and both husband and wife and also the daughter, all the three of them kept food for Sharada Devi and fed her nicely. And then the very bad guy took Sharada Devi to Dakshineshwar and dropped her in Dakshineshwar safely. And when he dropped Sharada Devi in Dakshineshwar, he didn't only drop Sharada Devi, but also this bad guy dropped all his past, all his bad deeds, all his bad end, all his karma, everything he dropped there, and he turned back as a new, amazing, good mind. The world may misuse your innocence, the world may misuse your compassion, but just because the people don't value your innocence or your compassion or your happiness, don't, the compassion, the happiness, the innocence, all these things are bad. You don't change for it. You be who you are, and when you become the purest, even from stone you can make gold. So this is what is the story I thought of sharing today. Thank you so much for listening. I want to bring you different, unique, amazing, life transforming. If you like the story, please do comment at least something so that I will know that you heard it till now and you are watching. Thank you so much. I will meet you with one more beautiful story tomorrow. Stay tuned.